Welcome to the Center of a Formation briefing presented by the DrillMaster. The goal of this briefing is to understand the definition of center, front, element, and related terms and how they are applied, if at all, to the formation commander. In 1960, the Army published their Drill and Ceremonies manual with this image. It's still used today with the word depth removed. We keep losing little pieces of the puzzle when new editions of our manuals are published. Guide, distance, and post have also been removed. The formation commander has nothing to do with the center of the formation, but is always centered on the formation, the center being a space, squad, or rank depending on the commander's location. The 1980, 82, and 83 editions of NAV MC 2691, the Drill and Ceremonies Manual for the Marine Corps, which were applicable to the Navy and Coast Guard, included the graphic on the left. Marine Corps Order P5060.20, which replaced 2691 in 2006, used the image on the right, which is still in use. In column formation, shown in both of these images, the center has nothing to do with the commander. The commander is centered at the left flank of the formation when taking a platoon through a session of drill. That changes when the formation is marching in a parade or review. Then the commander marches in front of the first squad. At no other time does the commander move to in front of first squad, and ROTC cadets, instructors, and those creating platoon regulation drill sequences need to understand this. Regulation drill sequences for competitions are not parades or reviews. In 2006, the Marine Corps Order included a new graphic that is still in use today. This is the image from 2006 because it shows up better than the one from 2019. This requirement effectively throws a wrench in the commander's positioning, affecting the position of the formation commander only when the formation marches to the left flank from column formation as shown. Only then does the commander move. The reasoning behind this 2006 edition is not clear. Top left is the Air Force graphic from 1956, and on the bottom right is the one from 1960. Just like the Army manual, the Air Force has also purposefully removed all kinds of helpful information, including these two images. Written explanations are good, and including graphics helps greatly, and with the advent of the electronic document age, there is no reason not to include these anymore. Let's read the second sentence of the Air Force definition together. I have it italicized here. On an odd numbered front, the center is the center person or element. The front is only in column formation. The front of a formation does not change for the Air Force and Space Force. The formation commander has nothing to do with the center of the formation, but is always centered on the formation at the left flank unless in a parade or review, the center being a space or rank. More on the commander in a minute. The Army, Air Force, and Space Force recognize only one front and one direction for depth of a formation. The formation commander's position is centered on the left flank when the formation is in line or inverted line formation, whether marching or static. The formation commander's position is centered on the left flank when the formation is in column or inverted column formation, whether marching or static. The Marine Corps, Navy, and Coast Guard recognized only one front and one direction for depth of a formation until 2006. The formation commander's position is centered on the left flank when the formation is in column or inverted column formation when static. Now the front and depth are movable to the left flank as shown here. The formation commander's position is centered on the rank that is left of center when marching to the left flank, which is line formation, and probably centered when marching to the right flank, inverted line formation. The Marine Corps order is vague on why the front, depth, and center of a sea service formation must change. It seems that the front and depth do not change for inverted line formation, it changes only for line formation, and possibly only when marching. Here is a brief history for the Marine Corps Drill and Ceremonies Manual. The first Marine Corps specific drill manual was published by the Training and Test Regiment in 1956. The Navy still published the next edition of the Landing Party Manual to include drill and ceremonies in 1960, and then the NAV MC was published in the early 1980s. Not until 2006, when the Marine Corps order was first published, did the second front of a formation appear. For a parade or review, the commander is centered at the front of the formation with the guidon appropriately positioned to the commander's left. For a parade or review, the commander is in front of the first squad or element, and the guide or guidon bearer is in front of the base squad or element.